Hi gorgeous girls, how are you today? How are your resolutions going? Oh, that good, really? Whether it's a New Year's resolution or a resolution that you're going to stick to a diet, or whether it's the bikini fit summer resolution, they are so hard to stick to. And last week on the vlog I discussed why. They're so hard to keep because they are generally too ambitious. They're generally very unrealistic. They are incredibly hard work and you feeling very pressurised to stick to them. Sometimes these dramatic resolutions can actually cause injury, like physical injury, sore knees, sore shoulders, or even the mental stress and the injury that causes when you feel unworthy. So last week I talked about a mind shift. Rather than thinking about dramatic resolutions, things that you're going to idealistically work towards, how about incorporating gentle, easy habits? They are less dramatic and yet way more effective. Easy habits. So replace the word resolution, in itself sounds scary, and replace it with a habit. Habits that you've implemented could be 10,000 steps, drinking water. Find out more, go and look at my previous vlog. But then the question comes up, why haven't you stuck to those new habits or those new resolutions? Well, the first thing to ask yourself is, on the scale of 1 to 10, where is it? Is it a huge, floating, unrealistic goal that's right out there at number 10? Or is it a plan that you can actually do? So once you've decided on the spectrum where that is, how far or how near, how realistic it is, then you can start working towards it. But recognise when you're actually making a plan or you're making an excuse. So let me ask you a little question. If Aunt Betty is coming round next Thursday and you think, okay, I'll make a plan, I'll decide to stick to my new diet or reintroduce my new diet after Auntie Betty has arrived. Is that a plan or is that an excuse? It is an excuse. Be honest, it's an excuse. It's putting something off, isn't it? You can start right now. So why don't we? Why do we stop? Why do we procrastinate? Why don't we action plan our dreams? Well, take the time to consider what's personal to you. What do you come up with when you're looking for your weight loss dreams? What excuse do you come up with when you're trying to get fit? What's your personal excuse when somebody asks you to go and help, say, a charity event? What kind of excuse do you come up with when you roll over in bed in the morning and the alarm goes off and it's raining and you think, well, I could stay here, or I could get up and I could go for a walk, get outside in the fresh air? What's going through your head? What monkey chatter is going through your head that keeps you where you are? Or what gets you out and reaches you for your dreams? So being aware of the little conversation in your head is incredibly important for knowing how you can overcome it. But if you're not aware that it's an excuse, you won't know that you need to overcome it. You just think that that's what is real and that's what you should be doing. So here are 10. Here are 10 common excuses. Find out which one you use. Maybe it's all of them. Maybe it's none of them. Maybe you've got your own personal excuse. I'd love to know. So number 1, the first excuse is, I don't care. I don't care what people think of me. I don't care if I've got a big bum. People need to accept me as I am. Now that is in itself quite nice to hear. I'm pleased that you're proud of yourself and you're gorgeous in your own right. Wonderful. But also be aware that it could be holding you back. It could be stopping you from reaching further in your goals, in your life. And when you're looking for health, think of all the different things that you will be able to do in the future. Things in your career, things with your children. So if you're stopping yourself by saying, I don't care, then you're stopping yourself from reaching better goals. So have a little think about that. Number 2, the passive excuse. I hear this one a lot. My family won't help. My husband won't help me. He's not interested in following a diet. Okay, but recognise that is an excuse. There are ways around it. There are shelves that you can allocate just for your lovely family. The other one is the genetic excuse. I love this one, it makes me giggle. I've got the fat gene. I can't exercise, I've got the fat gene. I've got the fat gene. Everyone's got the fat gene. Nutritionalists used to say, about 10 years ago, nutritionalists used to say that your DNA was going to be 80%. 80% of your life was going to be predicted by your genetics. But that has changed. The thinking now is that only 20% of your genes plays a role in your life and the illnesses that you're going to get or not get. So if it's only 20%, you've got 80% that you can change. So the genetic excuse doesn't stack up. I'm too busy. I'm busy, busy, busy. I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I'm far too busy. Yeah, but if you made the time for your nutrition, for your exercise, you would be less busy and your mind would be clear. Okay, the victim excuse, number 5. This is quite heartbreaking, but you hear it all the time. My family love to eat crisps and watch telly. That's our family time. So if you take that away from me, then I'm not going to have that family time. Listen to your little voice. That is a victim excuse. It's not my fault. Oh no, it's my family's fault. Okay, maybe it is, but it's an excuse. It's an excuse not to move on. And think of how it's holding you back personally. There are things you can do. There are things that you can change. I have to be honest, in my own house, it was very difficult to break the Friday night pizza rule. My son, who is 20 and now in Australia, still tells me off for breaking the pizza rule. But I did it. No more pizzas on a Friday. We moved on. Everyone else. This is another classic excuse. Well, everybody else was going to the pub, so I went with them. Everyone else was having a pudding, so I had one with them. The everybody else excuse. Break the mould. Be your own girl. Do your own thing. The past precedent excuse. Oh, well, I've tried diets in the past. Yep, I've tried this and I've tried that. None of them work. And that phrase in itself is the warning bell. None of them worked. Why didn't they work? Okay, you know I'm going to talk about the nutritional deficiencies of diets, but aside from that, there are things in diets that are going to help you, like getting moving, looking at what you're eating. So just because something hasn't worked in the past doesn't mean that that is your future. So don't hold on to that excuse. This one's a bit sad. Number 8, I'm all messed up. My childhood was difficult. I had things going on in my childhood. I comfort eat. I binge eat. I look to food to make up for what has happened in the past. I am sorry, and that is hard to deal with. I understand that, but get help. Get help, move on. Your future is not dictated by your past. You can make changes. Number 9, every busy woman is going to come up with this. I've done enough. Give me one more thing to do and I will break. The straw that breaks the camel's back One more thing to do and I am going to lose it. I recognise myself in that. I get it. But calm mind, supported friendship groups, clean nutrition and exercise, and you will cope. And you will get over overwhelm. Anxiety will disappear. I promise. I've done it. Number 10. Nobody understands me. Okay, understand yourself. Take the time, think about what you do, what goes on in your head in the morning when you should be getting out of bed and doing something active, or just getting out of bed, and look at why you do those things. Okay, I'd love to know what your personal excuse is so I can add it to my list. Think about it with humour. No judgment, humour. Enjoy it. Have a giggle at what you say to yourself. Don't take it too seriously. So let me know. Email me, adele@get-gorgeous.com, and let me know what your excuse is. Take care. Bye.